Problems, problems, problems. Life is full of problems, isn't it? Problems at work, problems at home, problems here, problems there, problems everywhere. Today, we're really not going to talk about those kind of problems per se, well, maybe a little bit, but more importantly, the good kind of problems to have, especially as it relates to our diets and our journeys of health. What do you say that we just have a quick little chat and get into the conversation? Let's go. Howdy, 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 everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jason, aka Pastor Jay, if we've never met. Welcome to my home away from home. This is New Hope Lutheran Church in the little town of Comfrey, Minnesota. Yeah, sure, don't you know? And I'm just glad to be able to bring you into my home to have a little bit of a fun conversation as I take a little break from work. And I got to thinking this morning about some problems that we have. Let me share with you an example. Yesterday, I posted this ad hoc video about choices that we all have to make. It all started on, well, prior to our Lenten soup supper. I went into the kitchen. They were making dinner. Oh, it looked so good. And there was some egg salad in there. And I'm like, oh, surely I can have some egg salad on the carnivore diet. Until I found out, y'all, like there's like a cup of sugar in that egg salad. And I'm like, nope, not going to be eating that today. I made a choice, right? And so I decided to make a video about choices. Well, I don't think someone liked it because within my first 5 views, this is no kidding, one of my few subscribers, this is a brand new channel, unsubscribed. Yeah, one of the first 5 views and someone jumped off my channel. They didn't like the video. My guess, and I don't know this, but my guess is that they didn't either like this setting, I was standing right here in the same exact place, or they didn't like the tone of the message because it had a bit of a Christian bent to it. There was a little bit of the gospel story in there. And you know what? I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to apologize for shooting a video in here because this is my home away from home, and I'm not going to apologize for my faith. And to me, that was a little bit of a problem, like a speed bump of a problem in the grand scheme of life, right? And in the grand scheme of life, it doesn't make a hoot's bit of difference about nothing, does it? But so as I was getting ready to shoot a video about that, I went into the bathroom and to put a lavalier mic right here in my sweater. And as I went in there, I noticed that my sweater looked too big. It was like drooping way down to here. And I'm like, hey, that's a new revelation. It used to bulge out like I would look like a stuffed sausage or something. Anyway, I went home for lunch and I had to tell my wife all about my sweater. And I said, hey, honey, take a look at this. And she goes, yeah, it's getting too big. She goes, you need to hike it up to your waist. And I'm like, well, why would I want to do that? And she goes, hike it up to your waist. So I did, like this. And she said, now pull it out and see how much room that you have. And I'm like, hey, look at this. I got some room. I got some room in my sweater, y'all. What a good problem to have, right? My clothes are getting too big. That's a really good problem to have. These blue jeans that I'm wearing right here. 2 months ago, y'all, I kid you not, I kind of needed to grease my legs and jump off the roof to get into them. It felt like a pair of those leopard spandex that like Van Halen and the hair metal bands would have worn in the 80s. Like they were so skin tight, I dared not sit down or the butt crack might have just split, right? That's how tight they were. I'm just being real, y'all. I'm just talking like me. But now they fit normally. They're very comfortable. They don't hurt at all. In a few months, they're probably going to be too big. And that's a good problem to have. I've got brand new jeans hanging up in the closet that right now are too small for me, but in a couple months are going to be just right. What a good problem to have. One more example. The other day, I kid you not, here in Minnesota in March, it was almost 70 degrees. And so my wife and I decided to take our pups for a walk. We went on about a mile-long walk, and I felt great when we got back. I didn't feel winded at all. Whereas 6 months ago, 2 months ago, I would have gotten winded. I wouldn't have been able to make it about a block. But now I was able to go on a mile-long walk with no problem at all. We'll probably do the same this afternoon because again today, it's 70 degrees in Minnesota, y'all. And that's just not normal for March. What a good problem to have. You know, life is full of good problems. And we can have some really good problems in life, especially when we're on the carnivore diet or the ketovore diet or the keto journey, or if you're just on any kind of health journey at all. If you're trying to make yourself healthy again, there are some good problems in life that you're going to encounter. And that's really what I just wanted to share about today. There are bad problems, sure, but they don't have to outweigh the good ones, do they? And that's really just kind of what I wanted to talk about. What kind of good problems have you had? Let me know in the description section down below. I'd love to hear them. Let's share. Let's encourage one another. Let's do community. Let's do virtual church together, even though it's not a real church. In any event, I tell you what, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and let the YouTube algorithm pass it along to somebody else, because that's how these videos get shared, is the more people that like them and comment, the more the channel seems to grow. And I'd love for this channel to grow. I'd love to be in community with you, to encourage you, and to be encouraged by you. And if that sounds good to you, please also subscribe to the channel. One last thing, as the video ends, there'll be some videos that'll pop up both on my left and on my right. Please watch them. Binge watch a little bit of my content. And if you like it, again, subscribe. Let me bless you on the way out. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and to be gracious to you. I pray that the favor of heaven come down out of heaven and flood you from head to toe. And I pray, most importantly, that you have peace right here in your heart, a peace that passes all understanding. Until I get to see you right here again at Holy Carnivore. Be well. Know that God loves you and that I love you too. Goodbye.